welcome to This Day. It is Tuesday, August 12th. I'm your host, Bree Cox Kennedy, and today is a very special day for me. 1 year ago today, I started in this position. I'm so grateful to be here, grateful for this team here at Channel 6, and especially for you, tuning in every day, despite my many bloopers, which hopefully kept you entertained throughout the year. But on today's show, we've got more important things to talk about. Jerry Schlutzowitz is going to be here with us. He is the principal of Pacific Financial Planners. He really wants us to talk about policy over political headlines. So that's going to be a really interesting discussion with Jerry. And then later in the show, we've got the Performing Arts Center with Renee Anderson. There is a very special show that they are putting together just for you. Tribute to Doris Day. So we'll get some more information from Renee when she comes to visit on the show today. But first, folks, as per usual, we want to keep you informed. Do you know you can join the VMS team? Village Management Services is hiring for a variety of roles in Laguna Woods Village, from part-time flexibility to full-time opportunities. Current openings include Finance Assistant Director, Social Worker, Senior Accountant, and Customer Service Representative. Whether you're passionate about helping residents, managing events, or supporting community operations, there's definitely a place for you on the team. You can visit lagunawoodsvillage.com and click Join Our Team to explore all the openings and apply today. Let's take a look at our 5-day forecast, folks. We continue. I feel like a broken record. We continue the classic California vibes. Mornings start with a little shy behind the clouds, but midday the sun will come out and brighten the day for our afternoon. Temperatures remain comfortable. Today's high will be 80 degrees with cools dipping into the mid-60s overnight. Tomorrow looks like it's going to be our warmest day of the week, peaking out 81 degrees before the temperatures dip back into the high 70s through Saturday. So, of course, whether you're headed to the market or just enjoying your morning coffee, Mother Nature will make it pleasant for you. Sunrise this morning was at 6:11 a.m. Sunset will be at 7:39. I think the moon was amazing just, last week maybe? This is Moon in the Village, photo sent to us by Judy Blondo. Thank you, Judy. If you'd like to send us your photos, we'd love to display them. Please email those to us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Please send us your name, where the photo was taken from, and in that horizontal format, please. We've got just a couple of meetings to tell you about before we go to the break, and when we come back, Pacific Financial Planners. Stay with us.
Hey, beach walkers, grandkid chasers, stair climbers, dance lovers, weekend warriors, and yogis. Your life demands activity, and joint pain shouldn't hold you back. Get personalized joint care that's as unique as you, with high satisfaction rates to prove it. At Memorial Care, your joint replacement patient navigator will be by your side, helping you safely return to more. Like another beach, extra hug, and one more song. More from life is calling with Memorial Care.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From our delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Simple is beautiful. At Pacific Cremation Services, we've spent 10 treasured years helping families craft simple, memorable services for their loved ones, including memorials at sea. Starting at just $1,595, our thoughtful cremation plans provide everything you need to commemorate your loved one. It's been our honor to serve families in Orange County and beyond for the last decade. Thank you for your trust. Visit our website or give us a call to discover simplicity.
Your legacy is more than just memories. It's security and well-being of your loved ones. In today's ever-changing market, is your portfolio ready to protect what matters most? Now is the time to ensure your investments are aligned with your goals and the current economic climate. Safeguard your future. Visit yourmoneytalks.com or call 949-219-0692 today. Protect what matters most. We're here to help.
Welcome back to the show, folks. Here to discuss the importance for retirees to focus on policy rather than political headlines. I welcome Jerry Schlutzwitz, Principal, Pacific Financial Planners. Hi, Jerry.
Hi, Bree. Thanks for having me again. I appreciate
Thanks
it.
for coming back. These months roll around so fast. It seems like I see you more often than not these days.
Well, that's good. That's a good thing. I think in
times
today's world, we need that.
We do need that. We do need that. And I want to just dive right on in because I want to know, what do you mean, policy over political headlines?
Well, we talked about this a little bit with last year's election and things like that, that people really get focused on the political world. And what I really want to talk about is, I'm not, trying to be, red or blue. Let's talk about green. Let's talk about money.
Love that.
Let's talk about, how can you use today's policies, especially in light of, what's been going on with the change of administration, this passage of what's called the Big Beautiful Bill. How does that affect our viewers and seniors today? And how can you reposition your portfolio to ensure you're aligned with policies versus trying to stay with some political bent that may hurt you if you don't follow what's actually happening versus what you think might be happening?
So, Jerry, political headlines, any types of headlines, usually aren't telling the whole truth, right? So where can our viewers go to find the underlying information, the correct information that they need to know so they're not swayed one way or the other?
That's a softball question. You come to the Financial Forum every second Thursday of the month.
That's my job.
Yeah. Look, we try to break that down, and that's what we're going to do actually this Thursday is talk about this exact subject. Mm-hmm. But the reality is that you need to read everything. And that's the problem, is so many people just read one set of news source. And I don't care if it's the right or the left. You need to read both sides, and then you need to read some of the extremes as well. And either you need to discern for yourself, which side is more likely to affect you or not. But there are a lot of facts out there. For example, how, let's say this Big Beautiful Bill, things that actually passed and actual rules and regulations that there's no real, it's black and white. It's not like, well, I think it was bad for people. Well, it was bad for probably some people, but it was really good for a lot of people, especially here in California.
Sounds like a lot
and
of
for a
tax
lot of our
breaks.
seniors. Yeah, a lot of tax breaks.
Yes.
And again, it doesn't encompass the whole world. It's not going to solve world hunger or crime, but can our seniors here in California, going to really benefit? I mean, one of the very first things is this SALT tax, state and local tax, SALT, state and local tax. So what they did is California, back when this first bill was passed, Tax and Job Act of 2017, it capped $10,000 as a deduction on your income taxes for your state and local taxes. Well, that includes property taxes and your state income taxes and any local taxes. Well, if the average home now in California is $1 million, now not here in the village, but in Orange County, it's $1 million. Well, your state property taxes are going to be $11,000 a year, 1.1% of the sale price. Well, you'd only be able to write off $10,000. Well, what about your state income taxes? You get to write off none of that. Mm-hmm. Now it's up to $40,000 based on income thresholds. That's going to be huge for a lot of our viewers. The second one is anyone 65 and older on Social Security. You get an additional $6,000 benefit to your single deduction. So you're going from, it was $15,000, now it's going to basically $23,000 deduction for individuals and like $46,000 for married couples for just your standard deduction as opposed to non-itemized. That's a huge increase in tax savings. And I think a lot of people will realize this come next year. Now, can you make decisions today based on knowing that you might have more money in your pocket? Absolutely. You've got to refine your portfolio and make sure it's in accordance with what some of these bills are.
Right, right. So interest rates remain a little sticky. So how is that playing into, we've got the big, beautiful tax bill. So that's passed and sitting on the side waiting for people to take advantage of it. But then we have the interest rate situation.
Yeah, there's a whole nother thing, Bree, is that, again, it gets political, and I'm not being political at all. I'm just being factual. 38 years in the business. I'm on my 39th year.
You've probably seen a lot.
I've seen a lot. I've seen heavy inflation. I've seen high interest rates. And again, the early 80s, the interest rates of the, when they were like 19% CDs and things like that in the early 80s, that's what stimulated me to get in the whole investment world. I realized then, I said, I've got to figure out how this money thing works. And it was because I bought a 19% CD. 9 months later, they only wanted to give me 14%. And I said, why, how? And I said, gosh, I got to figure out. I was going for engineering, which figures out how things work. And I said, I've got to apply this to money. And I was like 19 years old. And I said, I think if you figure out this money thing, I could have a pretty good life. It worked out. So in the end here is we have, inflation numbers came out today, 2.7%. And there's still people talking about, well, the tariffs and this and that. Hey, it might happen. I agree, it might, but it's not today. We got to live in the here and now. Again, I'm not being political, but the Federal Reserve Board meets 8 times a year, and they can have an emergency meeting whenever they want like that. Okay, on a day's notice, they can have an emergency meeting. We have not had, they're fighting for this 2% inflation rate, and we're at 2.7. That's a made-up number. The historical rate of inflation is 3.2%. So we're under the historical rate, yet Treasury bills for 1 year or less are paying 4% or higher, which means cash, which is 1 year or less holding of money, is paying 4%, and the cost of money and cost of inflation is 2.7. So there's a real rate of return of over 1.3% to hoard cash. Well, that's good for seniors, but this isn't really designed for seniors, it's designed for the world, and you should not ever really get rewarded for holding cash. You should break even. So we have a very high interest rate, and that lower potential interest rates can continue to drive the markets going forward because those rates should have been lower already. Because again, there's $7 trillion sitting on the sidelines. What we want as a country is we want that money to be productive. We put in, whether it's real estate, whether it's the stock market or business investment, that's where that money should drive. You want some cash because you need emergency money, et cetera, but you don't get rewarded for holding that. Right now, you're getting rewarded for holding cash. Those rates are going to go down. It's going to be bad for CD holders and Treasury holders, so those folks need to make some decisions, like maybe lock in for a longer term today before these rates get cut, because I'm sure they're going to be cut starting in September.
You think so?
100%.
You think the conflict between the two powers
I think
dissolve?
I think there shouldn't be a conflict. I think the conflict is political.
It is.
But when you look at policy, the conflict should be your interest rate by the Fed should be equal to inflation. That's what it should be. So it could drop over 1%, and it probably will over time.
Well, Jerry, I could talk to you for hours on end, so I encourage our viewers to go see you at your next forum. Let's remind our folks when and where those forums are taking place.
Second Thursday of every month, so that's this Thursday. We're in Clubhouse 7, 3 to 5 p.m. It's a club, but really anyone could show up. You don't have to participate, but look, I ask one question: how much risk should you be taking right now? And if you can't answer that question, then you've got to get together with a group of your colleagues, seniors here in the community, and have a group discussion. And we give coffee and cookies besides.
What more can you ask for? Jerry, thank you so much for being with me today.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. Coming up next, we've got the Performing Arts Center. Stay with me.
Are you looking to boost your financial knowledge in a friendly, relaxed setting? Join us at the Financial Forum Club, where we tackle important money matters together. the second Thursday of every month from 3 to 5 p.m. in Clubhouse 7. No RSVP is required. Come to learn, share, or just listen. Coffee and cookies are on us. The Financial Forum Club, your community, your future, your financial education.
I want to save other lives as best as I can. Taking care of the heart during heart surgery ultimately takes care of the whole person. What's really amazing about Hoag is you have this system of institutes where we can group together physicians and practitioners who are all specialized in the same area. So nobody has to leave Orange County. Patients can stay here and get the highest quality of care.
Wait is over. A brand new pharmacy just minutes from your front door is now open. Service is our top priority at Laguna Pharmacy. Enjoy free same-day delivery, low over-the-counter prices, and personalized attention, all with the same copay you're used to. Tired of waiting on hold? Our experienced pharmacists answer your calls right away. We are in network with most Medicare plans and make the transfer process easy. Visit Laguna Pharmacy today for the exceptional care you deserve.
ThisDay.
Gonna take a sentimental journey. Gonna set my heart at
Welcome back to the show, everyone. I'm joined by Renee Anderson with Performing Arts Center. She's going to talk to us about Day After Day. A lot of you might remember America's Sweetheart, Doris Day.
Yes.
Welcome to the show. I'm so happy you're here, Renee.
I appreciate you having me back. I'm always happy to talk about everything that's going on in the Performing Arts Center. Yes. We have a lot of exciting shows there, and I always love it when the residents can hear about them because I don't think a lot of the residents even know that we're there.
Is that right?
I can't tell you how
many times. The theater is amazing.
Yeah.
I've visited once.
Yeah.
How many people does it seat?
It seats 814, and we do have a fully accessible ADA aisle, so for anyone in a wheelchair, please come, you're welcome. Those seats are actually available online. They hadn't been available online previously, but they are now. So I would like it if people would be able to come to the theater. I can't tell you how many times I will see a resident who will say they've been here for 10 years and they'd never been to the Performing Arts Center before.
It's kind of hidden. So it's like a best kept secret.
We're a little tucked away, but come see us.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about your upcoming performance, Day After Day.
So we're really excited to bring this. One of the goals that we've had in the Performing Arts Center is to bring a lot more theater back into the theater. We've had a lot of wonderful tribute bands, and we will continue to have those acts, but we also want to bring some actual theater, and this is one of our first offerings. This is Day After Day, which is a celebration of the music and life of Doris Day. So hopefully a lot of the residents remember who Doris Day is. She was a very famous singer and actress in the 50s primarily, but she came up all in the 40s, and this musical sort of talks about her life. It was written by a father-daughter team, and the daughter actually plays Doris Day. So we're really excited to bring them in and see some musical theater in the theater.
That sounds fantastic. Is this a one-act show?
It is. It's a one-act show, and it's going to be a matinee, so it's going to be very accessible for anyone that wants to come in. It'll be very brief. It's going to be straight through 90 minutes. You're going to see a really wonderful program, lots of songs. It has 49 songs in it. I don't know how they crammed that many in there, and they still tell a story during it as well. So I'm really, I think it's going to be fun, and anyone that loves musicals or even was around to watch television or movies in the 40s or 50s will remember Doris Day, and I think they'll be taken down a trip of memory lane.
So you had mentioned that you had seen the movie, a Doris Day movie last night with your daughter.
I did.
What did your daughter think of it? How old is your daughter?
Because I watched it with my 24-year-old, and it was a pillow talk actually, and I had seen it when I was much younger. I was 18 or something, and she had a famous partnership, Doris Day did, with Rock Hudson. They made multiple movies together. I don't know if you know that name, but he was also a very famous like matinee idol sort of person. And we watched Pillow Talk together, and I forgot how racy that film is, even for back then.
Your daughter.
Well, you should think about it with a name like Pillow Talk, but I thought, it's an old film. But really, most of the movie is about Rock Hudson trying to get girls into bed.
Oh my gosh. Well, and the only way I know that name is because he had a home in Laguna Beach.
Oh, yes,
It's
that's
his
right.
Famous home in Laguna Beach.
Yeah.
I actually, have been in there.
Have you? Was it beautiful?
It's built in the 50s, right?
Right.
So very architecturally challenged, in my opinion. But, for its time, it was modern.
Yeah, I would have loved to see that. I'm really a big fan of that era in general.
Yeah.
So, and that would have been wonderful. But yeah, so they had a very famous friendship and partnership in movies and in life. I don't know if you know much about Rock Hudson. I'm kind of diverging, but he got AIDS and was actually a victim of that. And she became a very huge advocate about AIDS research and funding because of that.
Interesting. Wow. Well, she's had quite a life.
She does have a very interesting life beyond just what she showed on screen, which is interesting because on screen she was mostly America's sweetheart. She was an angel. She was very always the innocent one. Even in the movie that I was talking about that I saw with my daughter, she was very much the innocent until the very end when you realize she actually outsmarts everyone else. But I just think that she had such a complex understory, and I think that this musical gets into that as well. So it sort of uses the music that she presented to the world to tell her own personal story.
And she started her career at the age of 14,
Yeah,
right? And
very
didn't
young.
really blossom until her 40s.
Right, so she had a very long story before everyone knew her, and really she was playing much younger women when she was already a lot older than she was, because that's really when her star rose.
Fascinating. Well, I know our viewers are going to love this, and it's only one matinee, right?
Yeah, it's one matinee, and it's only $10.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So it's a super deal. I mean, come see, if you haven't seen the Performing Arts Center, come see the Performing Arts Center, because it's such a wonderful place for $10 on a Saturday afternoon. I can't imagine a better way to spend.
Well, especially if it's warm outside and it's nice and cool and air conditioned.
We are always lovely and cool in the theater.
And is this taking place August 30th?
Yes, that's correct.
August 30th at 2 p.m.
Yep.
Where can our viewers go to get tickets?
So you can get it two places. You can come to see us at the box office, which is at the Performing Arts Center. That's open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. Or you can go online. That address is tickets.lagunawoodsvillage.com. And that is available to all of the residents. You have to be able to log on to the resident portal and able to buy tickets online.
Good point. Okay. And can they get them at the door if it's a last-minute decision?
Yes, absolutely. But here's something. We do not accept cash, so please don't bring us cash. I really know a lot of the residents love to come cash in hand, and I know that is currency, but unfortunately we're not permitted to accept cash. So please bring a check for a no-fee transaction, or your credit card for a very small credit card fee.
Very good points, Renee. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I know our viewers are going to love it. Get your tickets, everyone.
I really hope to see everyone.
Doris Day, August 30th, 2 p.m. at the PAC. All right, folks, we'll be back after these messages. Stay with us.
At City of Hope, we're not just keeping pace with the latest in cancer research, we're leading the way. More than 2,000 cancer experts working as one to better every breakthrough, accelerate every innovation. With the most cancer-focused clinical trials in California, we're transforming discoveries into treatments at unprecedented speed. Because your future can't wait. And at City of Hope, it doesn't have to.
Freedom Village Skilled Nursing offers rehabilitation after surgery with our team of on-site therapy professionals. We are proud that our quality care measures are recognized by Medicare. We support you with your recovery with a caring staff and registered nurses around the clock. Freedom Village Skilled Nursing is conveniently located near 3 hospitals, open to the public, and offers private Serenity suites. Call today to experience first-class care for your loved one.
Who is RadNet? You've probably heard our name and seen our commercials, but you still might not know who we are. RadNet is the largest provider of outpatient imaging services in the United States, with over 8,000 employees and almost 400 imaging centers in 7 states. Likely, if you have had diagnostic imaging, you have experienced RadNet's high-quality, cost-effective imaging services. With 35 years of expertise, RadNet is leading into the future with advanced technology and the very latest AI technology. We are positioned for the future of healthcare. RadNet, leading radiology forward.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Did you know that there's an 80s all-star band, and I've heard that it's absolutely amazing. Looks like a lot of fun. Boomers Club is presenting Hot August Nights. Look at those characters. I can't remember that band. I think they sing YMCA, but I don't remember the name of the band. Anyway, Saturday, August 16th this year, free to Boomers Club members. Non-members pay only $20 at the door at Clubhouse 5. This takes place at 6 p.m. Dancing starts at 7. Bring your own everything, and there is no GRF bar. Have the opportunity to share the stage with 80s icons such as Foreigner, Flock of Seagulls, Bret Michaels of Poison, Berlin, The Bangles, The Fix, Joan Jett. It goes on and on and on. Looks like a very fun time. Let's take a look at our weather real quick. Today's high is going to be around 80 degrees, dropping into the mid-60s overnight. Tomorrow's high is coming in at 81, warmest day of the week before we taper down into the high 70s to close out this week. And on tomorrow's show, we have Amazing Hearing and Saddle Club. So we look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow. That's going to do it for this episode of This Day from all of us here. We wish yours a beautiful one.